Sometimes if you want 363 cubic inches and your special Fox body, you got to work for it. You got to work for it, guys. It's diligence. Find out all about that today here on the channel. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and guys, it's still Foxtoberfest because we've got the infamous project right over there trying to ruin my video. No, I'm just kidding. He's doing great. We got another YouTuber here.
What's going on, guys?
ItalianStallion410, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is your GT, which is the subject of today's video, which is GTs, man. They're like...
It's a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with a GT.
It used to be the thing, right? Like, I know you're a younger guy. It's cool you're into it. By the way, that's the coolest thing about some of this that we're seeing at Foxtoberfest.
Yeah.
Some of the young guys like yourself into these. You know, old guys like myself and Chris over there, I'll call him out. He doesn't look it like me, but GTs used to be the thing, right?
No, GTs were it. It was a GT. That was like top of the line. You're getting, you know, your body kit, you got a wing, everything. All that was cool. Yeah. Nobody wanted the minimalist approach. No. They want anything you could get, throw it on.
But nowadays, it's not that much.
It's rare. Supply and demand.
Good, honestly, now.
Yeah.
Whatever's not rusted through the floor.
Well, that's true too, actually.
Yeah. Strut tower's still good. Yeah, I'll take it.
But I feel like it's great to see a nice looking GT because I feel I don't see that as much. Mine actually used to be a GT and I converted it to a Cobra clone. So it's my own fault. It's my own fault. But anyway, what we were talking about is this car today. What year is it?
It's a 1992 GT. Had it going on 5 years now.
And this is your first Fox body?
Yes, first Fox. My dad had an 88 Celine when I was little. He sold that when I was born, unfortunately. I told him, like, you should have got rid of me before you got rid of the car.
Yeah, that's actually a cool story in itself. Heard that last night. Like, have you shared that on your channel before?
I've never shared that, no.
Okay.
I've mentioned it before. He had a Celine, he had a coupe, and that was pretty much a full-blown race car. It was just like, then he went to a newer, I think it was an SN95 Celine. He didn't really like that much. And now he went import on me. Now he's got a GTR, so.
Oh, no. But back in the day, guys, it's so cool. He rocked a Celine 88 in 88.
Yes, 1988. He saved up enough money, put down like I think it was like 12 grand, he said, down on the car, and was able to get it at 18 or 19 when he bought it. So it was a bad car back then.
Crazy.
That was the car to have back in the day.
Yeah, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree for sure, but so this is your first Foxtoberfest too?
Yes, right? First Foxtoberfest I've ever been to. I always wanted to go. I've always seen the videos. I've always seen everything, and I was like, you know what? We gotta go. I'm like, let's just get in the car, let's throw it on the trailer, and let's just head down here. Never been to this part of the Carolinas. I've been to Clayton, because that's Clayton, North Carolina is actually where I got this car.
Oh, is it really? Okay. 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. And so when you got it now, what kind of state was it in? Was it like this, or how did it evolve?
So everything was pretty much like the outside was as is. I did some touching up here and there. The wheels is really what made sold it.
Yeah, I love these wheels. It was already 5-lug swap then.
Yes, 5-lug swap. There was just some things. It was like the job done on it was kind of poor.
Good parts, but the work wasn't so good.
Exactly. The parts were amazing. On the Maximum Motorsport had a lot of good parts on the car, but it was just the car was built a long time ago, I believe. Because this is like a lot of the Maximum Motorsport parts that we found on this car were like when they first ever came out. So it was kind of hit or miss, and some needed to be changed, some needed to be replaced, but all around it was a solid car to start out with.
Suspension wise, did you change any of that, or is it already all the Maximum?
I changed Bill Steen shocks and struts, and left all the Maximum Motorsports, front K-member, the brace in the rear, all the sway bars and stuff. All that relatively stayed the same, and then it came with a 347. It was a 302 stroke to a 347. Rocker arm collapsed on me and started wiping the cam out, and then the whole motor was pretty much.
How soon after you got it did that happen?
When I took it to the shop and they went through the whole car, front to back. I mean, we put everything, new power in it. The whole car was apart, transmission, motor. And I want to say after I got it back, I drove it for maybe 6-7 months, and then the motor took it.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, speaking of the motor, let's go ahead and let them look at it, because it's not a 347 anymore.
No, sir.
Is it the same block though?
It is a Boss block from Ford.
Oh, a Boss block.
363, yeah.
363. He's already giving it away, guys. You're still NA.
Yes.
And I noticed you got a big strut tower brace here. You mentioned the Maximum Motorsports, so you were kind of telling me this, but it was originally built for road racing?
Yes, I didn't build it for road coursing. I wanted this car to road course. Through the paperwork I found, I believe this car was built in Vegas for road coursing, like I guess at Maximum Motorsports. There was just so much paperwork when I got with this car, and there was parts and everything from everywhere. So it was kind of hard to like really trace the true history of the car. I mean, I found nitrous work. I found seats. I was like, oh my god.
Somebody was really into this then.
Yeah, I think it was a full-blown drag car at one point, then converted back into like a road course car.
Yeah, I was looking at the K member, so it's definitely not. Is it a Maximum K member too?
I believe, yeah, it's still a Maximum Motorsports K member.
So you got the tubular A arms, 363. These are just shorty headers, I think, right?
Yeah,
Are they oh, the long tubes, okay. Oh yeah, I see that. I see it back there now, the collector. Are you running the H pipe or X pipe or?
It's kind of, custom made it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of custom fab because underneath all the bracing and stuff, it's super tight. And we had it like when I got the car, the exhaust was completely welded, all one piece. So we had to cut it up and change a lot of things. It's got the long tube headers, and I believe it's an H pipe, and it's got Dyno Max mufflers.
It sounds really good, guys. I heard it coming in, but one thing I forgot to do is I did get a little cinematic of it. So let me go ahead, throw that in the video real quick, give you guys just a quick look around, you know, with my video game music, because I like to do that. Very cool. It's very clean now. Did you do the bay like this, or was this already done?
So this wasn't done. I had everything spot welded, filled, sanded down, and I took the fenders off, front end off. Everything was off the car, and got everything resprayed front to back. Whole car freshly undercoated.
What's the heads cam intake? I see it's got trick flow intake.
Trick flow intake, trick flow heads. Cam is a comp cam. When I ordered the block from Ford, they used to offer a heads, cam, everything package.
Like a package, right?
Yeah, and at that time they're like, yeah, we don't offer that anymore. So I had to get the regular short block, and then they Ford spec the cam. I believe it's 2030 comp cam, but it was the same spec as Ford offered. So threw that in the car, put my heads back on, the intake back on. I really didn't want to spend too much money on it at the time. Just because I went through the whole car front to back, and then the motor took it. So I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place on that one.
You just wanted to get back going again, I'm sure.
I just wanted to drive it. That's all I wanted. I spent so much money trying to get it running, and all I want to do is just beat it and cruise in it.
That's the thing about a FoxBody. You always spend money on them. They never stop taking.
Never stop.
But it is cool, guys. I haven't talked about this yet, how you got this car originally. You said you'd been kind of looking for a FoxBody at the time. Was that right?
I was looking. I looked at so many. I picked up trailers trying to go look at them. I mean, I was like right on the line about buying some of them, and then the deals just fell through. They weren't what I wanted. And this one, an Instagram page that I followed at the time, actually posted this car, and I have the picture. It was sitting in someone's driveway, and it wasn't even the owner I got it from. It was a previous owner. It was sitting in the driveway, wheels and everything kind of as it sits now. Yeah. And I was like, I messaged the Instagram page. They told me the owner's name was Chip. That was all they knew. That was all they could give me. So I pretty much...
they didn't even know, really?
They didn't know. They didn't know. It was just a random picture off Google, and I kept searching. I don't know why this car just like...
It like grabbed you, right?
It grabbed me, and I was like, you know, I got to find it. I went on Facebook. I looked in the guy's name, found it. And the guy, he didn't use his Facebook profile. I was an older dude. I found it. It was in the profile picture. I messaged the guy for like 3 weeks here. I'm like, hey man, you gonna like respond? Like, please respond. I didn't think he used the Facebook anymore. Yeah. And then sure enough, like after almost 1 month of messaging the guy, he finally responded. He's like, everything's for sale for the right price. I didn't plan on selling it.
Oh, it's always good when you hear that, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, thank God. I wanted the car, just everything, the whole body setup on it, the wheels, tires. I was like, this is just what I want. I planned on putting a Coyote motor in there. That was my original plan. After the motor broke and everything, I was like, I can't afford to do that. So kept it at that. And then I searched the guy, found him, and I drove, I think it was like 10 hours from my house. Went by myself all the way to Clayton, North Carolina.
North Carolina, yeah.
And bought it.
Because where are you from? You're from up north, right?
Yeah, I'm from like 45 minutes outside of Baltimore.
Persistence paid off.
Yeah.
You said you kind of wanted a Coyote, but now that you've had this for a while, what do you kind of think about the push rod? You know?
I like the push rod engine. Solid motor. I love the way it sounds. You can't beat the sounding of a push rod.
Exactly. Like, guys, I didn't prep him on that. I swear. I'm always talking about how much I love the push rod sound.
That's the best sounding. Like, you know, I always tell my dad, I'm like, I wish the Coyote could sound more. Like, they both have their pros and cons. Don't get me wrong. I love the Coyote and I love the old school push rod motors. LS is even good too. I mean, they're stout motors. You can't go wrong with a solid push rod. They're built to last. I mean, my other one, it broke a lifter. It was wiping the cam, and it was just still running. Like, the newer stuff will not do that.
No, no, these are pretty resilient actually. So that's cool. How much have you driven it then since you got all back together, which I think in 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017, like late 2017, it was pretty much 100% done as is. I drove it a lot actually. I drive it almost every weekend. Only when it's nice. I try not to get caught in the rain, but unfortunately yesterday we took a bath in the rain.
Yeah, it was a little rough yesterday.
I took it to Mustang Week. Mustang Week, it kind of broke on me. Distributor went out and that electronic module took a dump on me.
Okay.
So it left me stranded.
Yeah, those are notorious, by the way. Yeah, so was that the first time that went out on you, the 2.5?
That was the first time.
Okay.
And I asked the shop about replacing it, and they're like, if it's not broken, we won't fix it. So they're like, just run it. If it breaks, we'll fix it. And sure enough, it eventually took a crap on me at the worst possible time.
Yeah, that's how it always happens, right? But it does look like that you cleaned it up pretty well since last night.
Yeah, just a quick little spray wax job.
Is this Oxford white?
I believe, yes, it's Oxford because we painted the engine bay Oxford.
Yeah.
And it matched. I used to have my old F-150 was a 2017 Oxford white, and they almost looked identical. So I was like, you know, let's just go with the same paint for the engine bay.
You know what's funny about that is Tar Heel Fox over there used to be Oxford white.
Was it?
Yeah.
What kind of blue is that?
I call it Carolina blue, but it's based off of BMW.
Oh, nice. Like the Miami?
I think it was 03 or 04. I don't quite remember the year. Yeah, but like early 2000 BMW, but I made it a little lighter, a little bit lighter. Yeah.
It's got its own special touch.
But I just still missed it. I'm still a little bit nostalgic. You can actually check, they know this from the channel, but I still have these are white. Still, that's it. That's the only thing left. But yeah, don't give me a hard time about it, guys. Let's take a look inside because it was set up for road racing. You're still solid axle in the rear, right?
Solid axle, yes. I planned on putting an IRS in it.
That's what I was wondering.
That's what I really wanted to do, but there was just so much, and that was so much more extra money, and I was like, I'm not trying to do that right now. I love a straight axle. I mean, the S550 is independent.
Yeah.
There's just something special about a straight axle.
I
mean, it's just sliding it around is just so much easier.
These are Recaros, right, or no? Corbos, sorry.
The car came originally with Corbos, and it had a super high bracket in it, and I couldn't do it. It just didn't fit me well, so I got the lower bracket for it, a little wider of a bolster seat.
I like the lower bracket. I mean, I'm not in here all the way, but my headroom's better. But yeah, the headroom's actually not bad. Originally a black interior car, or is this just how you got it?
No, it was actually blue.
It was blue, okay.
It was a white and blue interior that I found out.
You know what's funny? I had the Regatta blue, so it was probably just like mine.
It was blue,
And I had a GT. But yeah, no, it looks nice.
The car, it came with an extra center console, and it was a black one. And I was like, let me take a look at this. And I'm like taking it apart, and I took my one that was in the car apart, and I'm like opening up, and I'm like wiping some of the paint off, like scraping it, because I was gonna respray it. It was blue, and I was like, I'm looking at the interior, I'm like, it all might have been blue, and it's just been resprayed.
Well, they did pretty good on it, honestly, and you got the cup holder console, which is fun. So
see a little bit of blue right there.
Yeah, you can.
Scraping off, yeah.
Yep. So maybe blue underneath, but very fun, very fun. I like, did it come with that tack?
Yes, the tack was in there. I didn't know if I was gonna take it out or not. I knew if I took it out, there was gonna be holes in the dash.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Might as well just leave it in there.
What's funny, that's why I think you're right, that this car was modded like a few years ago, because that was kind of the thing to do back in the day, and nobody does it. Everybody hates him now. But guys, don't give him a hard time about it. He didn't do it. No, came with the car.
I didn't do it, it came with it. And if you even like sit down here, they have like a two-step. They had a two-step.
Oh, sure did. Check this out, guys. So yeah, they were drag racing at some point then.
Yeah, I think this car was a full-blown race car. I mean, I found a lot of rubber up in the wheel well. This car probably had a rough time, had a rough life.
And now you're taking care of it. And it's a manual. Is it still T5?
T5 at the time, yes. It's going to get changed to probably a 6-speed, maybe a Tremec or something. I have no clue what to go with. I'm still learning a lot of stuff about these cars as I go.
Well, I have the T56 Magnum. I really like it. I have 373 gears, but I drive mine a lot, and so that 6 gear for cruising on the highway is really nice.
My gears started to go out in the rear, and that's what the shop told me, put 373s in it. That's like the next step. If I put a 6-speed, that it's already going to be compatible and perfect for driving.
Yeah, a lot of guys will do 410s with a 6-speed, but you know what? If you're going to drive on the highway, that gets really annoying.
See, my cars, I don't like to have like a full-blown race car. I'd rather start it up and drive from here to California if I wanted to, or here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to drive my cars, beat them, put a lot of miles on it.
That's the fun in driving it, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's how I am. I mean, I don't like to build a crazy supercar and I got to worry about it running or breaking down when I go somewhere. I like to just have fun with them.
Guys, let's go ahead and let you hear this thing a little bit. Sounds pretty good. sounds good. You can't beat that sound. He was right. But yeah, so she sounds great. And you also, like I said, you have a YouTube channel at the beginning. Now you do more than just FoxBody stuff, right?
Yes, I have truck stuff. I have F-250, been off-roading my dad's Raptor. Plan on getting the new Raptor whenever he decides to order it so we can go off-roading.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I got a 2020 S550. It's got a Cobra Jet full bolt-on. It's E85, made right at 500 at the tire. So that's a fun car. That's the car I race more.
Yeah.
This car kind of is like been on the back burner. I'm gonna start doing more stuff here and there to it. Add a front splitter. I got a Cobra bumper for the rear.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
You still got the LX tail lights too. Is that how it came with those?
Yes, that's how it came. Pretty much the headlights and taillights, that's how it came. I just changed a lot of the bulbs and the stuff because they were super like dingy and going out, so that was changed.
Any thoughts on the, the cheese graters? Any thoughts on them possibly coming back? No.
No, never. Burn them.
Never. Not a grater guy. Not going to save the graters here, guys. Well, that's really cool. Well, definitely, check out his channel. That's also your Instagram too, right?
Yes, Instagram and YouTube. Yes.
Okay, cool. And he's been putting out a lot of content lately, and like you saw, it's not just Fox Bodies, but you do put content on this car sometimes, right?
Yeah, from time to time, I get the car in. It's mainly my cruiser at this point. Yeah. I just enjoy it. So much money and time in it. I got to keep it forever. So
that's great that you just get to enjoy it. You know, that's I like it. So very cool. Well, thanks for sharing the car with us today. Appreciate it, Jake. And you guys be sure to check out his channel. Anyway, got a lot more content coming for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday. We'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704. Hello. Hello, Bloopers. What's up, Chris?
I'm gonna be social media backup.
Okay, yes, we need that. We need that. I need it. And that was Dad, by the way, right?
Yeah.
88 Celine over there. Pete, right? Yeah. 88 Celine.
Yeah, I had 88.
One day, you need to get that story on his channel one day. We want to hear the whole thing.
Probably could get convicted for some crime.
Yeah, maybe that shouldn't go on YouTube.